G'day guys, I'm at the Red Tape Creek car park off Scotts Peak Dam Road near Lake Judd, and I'm just going to do a solo overnight trip tonight, heading up to Lake Judd. I've got the packraft with me, so I'm going to take that up and hopefully get a bit of a paddle in on the lake. It should be a good trip. So one of the reasons for this trip is that I've bought myself a new tent. I've got I had before a One Planet Gundi 2, which has been a fantastic tent. But with the packraft and other gear that I've been carrying lately, I've been thinking about how I can get my weight down. And so I bought myself a Big Agnes copper spur one-person tent. So I'm going to try that out tonight in advance of a big trip that we're hoping to do in a couple of weeks, just to make sure that it's all right. And in my effort to get my weight down, I'd also bought myself a new pack, which I'm not carrying today. I took it on a walk around the Freixenet Peninsula last week, and just found it didn't really work for me, which was really disappointing after the money I spent on it. But the way the sizing works, they don't have adjustable harnesses. You've got to pick a harness size that's right for your torso size, and unfortunately I think I'm just too tall. So although the pack itself had some great features, the sizing just meant that it put too much weight on my shoulders, and I ended up with really sore shoulders and a sore neck. So I don't think it's going to work out for me, but I will have another play with it just to make sure before I look at reselling it. But it's really warm today, and hoping this trip will be not too long on the walk in, because it is really warm, and I'll be really looking forward to getting the packraft out when I get to the lake and chilling out there. I've just reached the suspension bridge, which I'm guessing means I'm at the Ann River. It looks pretty, if you look there, pretty low here, and the upstream is also pretty log choked. I understand that you can raft this river from here, and this joins down ultimately into the Huon River, but I think this river is normally rated grade 4, but I think at the moment it's probably too low to even consider. But this would be the start point for people wanting to do the Ann. So this track has been closed until recently. The bushfires in 2018, 2019 went through this area and destroyed a lot of the infrastructure. And from what I've read, this Button Clark grass plain used to be really boggy and difficult to cross, but it looked like with the restored track work, they've duckboarded all of this. So it looks like it's a pretty easy walk now compared to what it would have been before. I can hear the Ann River flowing beside me off to my left, and it would almost be tempting to try and packraft my way back, except for the fact obviously the water's low, but it looks like it would be very tea tree infested down there, and probably no easy way of getting through, but I would say certainly safe a bit of a walk. Well, the track has gone from being quite easy and duck boarded to being a little bit scrubby in this section. I think I'm probably about 700 metres from crossing the And River again, which is where the turn off to the Lake Judd track is. And if you continue on, you'd be on the Mount And circuit, which they don't want you to do from this direction because of the spread of root rot. I've encountered a few people coming out who've done the circuit, and there's certainly plenty of cars at the Condominium Creek car park. So I think given that it's only opened in December, is pretty popular at the moment. But fingers crossed, the lake won't be as popular, and I might even have that to myself. We'll see. Well, I've just reached the turn off to Lake Judd. So if I go to my right round here, that would be heading on the Mount And circuit in reverse, but I'm going to go straight ahead and that'll take me onto the lake. So here, apparently you used to have to ford the river or wade across it, but it looks like they've built a brand new bridge as part of the track redevelopment. So no getting my feet wet today. The river does look pretty narrow though. So yeah, I don't think there'd be any pack rafting down that. It's pretty shallow, and I can imagine that the scrub's going to be coming in pretty close over the top of it. The last little bit of a climb up to the lake has actually been reasonably tough, especially because I didn't have any brakes on the way in. I've just hoofed it all the way from the car. But I can see the lake through the trees now, and hopefully that means it's all downhill from here to the lake, and then I can have a bit of a relax. I made it through the lake, and it is just after 3, so it's taken me about 3 hours to get in here. There's about 3 other tents set up in what looks like the main camping area here. So I've just come back up the track a little bit. Not the world's best spot, but I'm going to try and make camp here for the night, and then try and get the pack raft out. I'm just paddling back to camp now after having paddled down to the end of the lake. Gorgeous afternoon, like beautiful and warm. There was a bit of wind at one stage, but no real dramas. So yeah, heading back to camp. Unfortunately, the other people are camping there for this evening, so there's 3 other people with 3 tents. I've managed to kind of spot a little bit away from them, but the flies at the campsite are pretty horrendous, and seem to be more so maybe where my tent is, although I think they followed me when I went down to the main campsite. So I reckon once I get back and pack the raft away, it'll be time to have some dinner, and then probably crawl into bed just to be inside the tent and away from the bugs. Well guys, I've had my dinner, and now I've retreated to the tent. Unfortunately the flies are just really bad, so even though it's pretty early, like it's 20 past 7, it's sort of nicer in the tent than outside, although the flies seem to have found their way between the tent and the tent fly, so they're buzzing around in that and being a bit obnoxious, but hopefully when the sun goes down they will buzz off, and I'll get some peace. Tent seems pretty good. The only thing obviously is it's much smaller than the other tent, so I'll give a bit of a look. There's really only room for the sleeping pad, no real room for gear. So the sleeping pad just fits, just enough room for me. So all good for sleeping, but yeah, in the past I would have had the pack under the vestibule, but the pack's outside with the pack cover over it. I've just got a few things in the vestibule, and shoes on the other side just under the little bit of awning that's sticking out. But I think it'll be fine, and when it comes to finding camp spots where there's maybe not so much room, it'll definitely be better there. Definitely better in that it doesn't weigh as much, so that'll give me a bit of a weight saving in the pack. So all in all, I think pretty happy, but I'll see how I go in my first night's sleep in it, and hopefully by tomorrow I'll have a better idea.